And I do it over and over and over again if I could. I don't got no pants on. Hey guys, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I hope it's live. Hey guys, hello, hello, hello. Oh, Natasha. Let me find the article so I can be well read on the situation. Hold on, give me a second. How do I find the things that I've done? And I do it over and over and over again if I could. Help and support secure settings and privacy. How do I find the stuff I've liked on Facebook? It was like a activities section. I could just pull it up on fucking line. It's top news. Should I read it from TMZ? Let's see what the U.S. I was actually looking at page 6. You know, seriously. You know, honestly, it was when Wendy got her butt done, not so much her boobs done, because boobs are kind of common in my opinion. But when she got her butt done with the boobs and wanted recognition on it, I said, okay, the color of the leaves are changing. And Miss Wendy's situation, and the thing of it is that she was so adamant about being recognized as a professor. And I also, at the same time, I don't think I'm saying a professor, it can't be vain. But it was surprising, you know, respect me as such and respect me as this, and then go out and do something so trendy, like the butt. Even though her butt's, you know, her body's very tastefully done, so it's not like she went crazy for it. But ever since then, things have been tricky with Miss Wendy Osefo. And then Eddie did the whole weed thing. So my thing is that they're, you know, the pillow talk pillow talk. And I think about the pillow talk between her and Eddie, um, and what they think their plans are, and how to maximize the moment. I need to, how do I want to do? Let me do it like this. And I do it over and over and over again if I could. All right, let me make a better picture because I have to talk about the, what you call it. Hold on, because that's a nice picture. Let's do a more recent picture. Give me a second. Ain't nobody in here anyway. I got time. What are we doing? Making things. Hold on, let me do one at a time. This guy. Over and over and over again. Give me a second. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. And you know, it's not even funny because this is right on par with the shit I be saying about industry and whatever the case may be. And is it staged? Is it set up? Is it intentional? Is it? I think this is the best way to put it. And that's what I'm saying about the pillow talk. Because Wendy not stupid. Wendy is not stupid. Eddie don't seem like a stupid guy. I don't think Wendy would marry a stupid guy. She might marry a guy to go along with what she wants to happen to go along. She might marry a guy like that. All right, you guys, give me 2 seconds. It's coming. It's coming. But I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by it. What are you guys' opinion? Slipping bid time. Oh, come on, why is it not up there? Oh, because I turned it over. Hold on, we're about to get into it. I'm waiting on. Why did it fail? Okay, you guys. Miss Wendy is from Nigeria. Andy is an informant. Okay, hold on. How's that? That's so ugly. They're beautiful, but is ugly. The situation is ugly. I can't even get into it because I'm in the way. All right, Happy Eddie. You know, Happy Eddie looks ecstatic at the moment. Can I do this? Can I do it like that? Happy Eddie looks ecstatic. Wendy looks ecstatic. Wendy looks like she's on perks or something. Eddie looks like he's had some new product, which leads me to believe the whole thing about like it being staged. Don't think that these women that seem, I don't know if they seem regular to you, but that's the idea, is that they're just these regular girls, or that they're just simple rich women or whatever the case may be. These people want fame. These people want fame, and they try to acquire it at all costs. Wendy is, Nigerian. Okay, so this is a situation from page 6. Shout out to page 6. The Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy Osefo and her husband, Eddie Osefo, have issued a statement on their arrest for alleged fraud. Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband, Edward Osefo, are back home safely with their family and in good spirits. Their rep told page 6 on Friday, which is today, the 10th of October, 2025. The premiere. They are grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from friends, fans, and colleagues. The Osefos, alongside their legal team, look forward to their day in court. At this time, they respectfully ask for privacy as they focus on their family and the legal process ahead. The Carroll County Sheriff's Office in Westminster, Maryland, confirmed to page 6 earlier on Friday that the pair was taken into custody Thursday. They were released after each provided a $50,000 bond. The Bravo star, 41. Does Wendy's 41. Interesting. Is facing accusations of insurance fraud, false statements to a police officer, and conspiracy to commit insurance fraud with 16 charges in all. 7 of her charges are for felony false misleading info fraud in excess of $300, while 8 are for misdemeanor on false misleading info fraud in excess of $300. Per a public information officer for the Carroll County Sheriff's Office, she also faces a misdemeanor charge of making a false statement to an officer. Her spouse faces 18 charges, 9 of which are for felony false misleading info fraud in excess of $300. 8 of Eddie's charges are for misdemeanor on false mislead info fraud in excess of $300. And he, too, faces a misdemeanor charge of making a false statement to an officer. Mugshots, Exhibit A and B, released on Friday, showed both Wendy and Eddie smiling as they were booked. I would think they wouldn't be smiling as much. Behind charges is a burglary reported by the couple in April of 2024. Which they alleged happened while they were on a tropical spring break vacation in Jamaica with their family. The reality star claimed she'd been robbed of pricey items, including jewelry and designer bags. Kyle, Dorit. I don't even think they stole anything from Dorit. I just think they just, invaded, intruded, broke in. But Kyle was robbed the same way. But Kyle said they took all of her jewelry. She was only left with the jewelry that she had on the trip that she was on. There's a thread here, and you guys could probably drop down in the comments and tell me other housewives that have had incidences of break-ins and robberies, or other celebrities as well, i.e. the bling ring. My family and I are devastated and feel violated by this intrusion, Wendy told TMZ at the time. Wendy told TMZ at the time. We thank God no one was home, so for that we are very blessed. Material things can always be replaced, especially when you file an insurance claim. That's me. I said that. According to documents obtained by U.S. Weekly, however, investigators noted problems in the former CNN commentator's version of events, including the fact that the couple allegedly activated the ADT alarm system upon leaving for vacation, but no motion was detected inside the residence during their absence. There was activity such as package deliveries on the Ring camera that was monitored remotely by the Osefos, authorities noted. The docs obtained by the outlet also revealed that Eddie provided a list of the items allegedly stolen to 2 insurance companies. They do have pictures posted, I think, of their trip in Jamaica 2024. Wendy posts everything on Instagram. He was asked whether any of the items on the list had been returned, which he denied. The documents read, he was asked if he had other insurance, but failed to disclose to home site and jewelers that he was also making a claim with traveler's insurance. So home insurance, jewelry insurance, and traveler's insurance. The couple signed claims of a $450,000 loss in property. Eddie later contacted travelers to update the claim, suggesting Wendy's diamond anniversary ring was missing. Though in the initial traveler's claim, a lawyer stated the couple wore anniversary bands at the time of the alleged loss. Does this picture have her on the ring? I can't take pictures off it. Oh, yes, I can. Hold on, you guys. I'm sending images. Let me send an image. Over and over and over again, if I could. Hold on, you guys. I'm working over 2 phones here. And let the green screen do the work for me. This is the picture. And what they also claimed is that Wendy, they're saying that things were stolen, but she was seen pictured with the rings on said. Fuck, I hate that I can't, and then I can't even move the picture. I hate that. In this picture, apparently she has on the rings that were apparently stolen on this trip. I gotta like cry. It's so stupid. I do not like it. Oh, I could change the thing though. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. This is the picture they're talking about. And apparently she has on the very rings that they said that they're claiming that they stole. So there's that. Beautiful picture, beautiful couple, beautiful gowns. Back to that. He was asked whether any of the items on the list had been returned, which he denied. The couple signed a $450,000 loss in property, and he later contacted travelers. And to update the claim, suggested Wendy's diamond anniversary ring was missing as well, the one in the picture. Though in the initial traveler's claim, the lawyer stated the couple wore anniversary bands at the time of the alleged loss. Sheriff's deputies later learned that the Bravo celebrities had appeared on social media allegedly wearing the ring in question. Amid growing suspicion, authorities learned the couple was facing substantial debt. I believe they came on the show in substantial debt, and everybody was surprised that they had rented that house to even be on the show, like K. Michelle is doing apparently to be on Housewives of Atlanta. Threads. An investigation revealed some items that were allegedly stolen had instead been returned to the original place of purchase, where a full refund was provided prior to the alleged burglary. Let me read that again. An investigation revealed some items that were allegedly stolen had been instead returned to their original place of purchase. Natasha, that's what you mean by they got caught slipping? Returned to their... An investigation revealed some items that were allegedly stolen had instead been returned to their original place of purchase. Where, quote, where a full refund was provided prior to the alleged burglary. No, my mouth is agape on that one. In resurfaced comments from September 2024 interview on the Gabbing with Gib podcast, Wendy said she was just so heartbroken, quote, just so heartbroken that she had been violated, so to speak, by the alleged robbery. She's been on Housewives since 2020. Shit, that's been 5 years. And she's done a lot in 5 years. So that's what Page 6 reported. Since she spoke Variety, NBC News, Entertainment Weekly, E! Online, People Magazine, the Baltimore Banner. What does the Baltimore Banner say? What they saying down in Baltimore? I'll read this one a little quicker. Wendy and her husband charged in Carroll County with lying about Berkeley at their home to defraud insurance companies, according to court reports. On Thursday, charged with 7 counts of insurance fraud, 8 counts of conspiracy insurance fraud, and 1 count of making a false statement to police officers. For 50 designers, deputies doubted the claim and determined that numerous items that the couple said were stolen had been returned to stores for refunds prior to the alleged burglary, a prosecutor wrote in court records. That's the craziest thing right there. And it doesn't warrant smiling. It doesn't warrant the smiling. It's like, to me, this right here, this looks like let's get high because we know we go into court or we know we go into jail. When I went to Central Booking, I was so drunk, I slept through the entire experience. Now, I didn't get drunk intentionally because I was drunk. I think disorderly too. I'm not even exactly sure what it was. I was adjudicated. But I didn't get drunk. I didn't get drunk because I knew I was going to jail. They knew they were going to jail. So they said, let's show up like this, in my opinion. Investigation revealed the SFOs to be burdened by substantial debt. That's the thing about the debt. They posted $50,000 bond each, so that's $100,000 somebody came up with for them. The mother, I hope, Wendy gives her a thing. I'm sure the mother had to help a hand in that. Or they put the money aside because this is all a production. Because the show aired. The show is airing, or the show aired, I think, yesterday or today, no? October something. Deputy State Attorney Melissa Hawkinsmith wrote that the purported point of entry for the alleged burglary at the Seffel's home was a bathroom window on the 2nd floor, but there was no indication anyone had been on the roof leading to the window. The Seffel's activated home alarm system did not detect motion inside the home while the pair was away. So the evidence and the details is not matching up. Deputies obtained email records of the Seffel's and found an April 12, 2024 message in which Eddie sent a list of purported stolen items to Wendy. He asked if there were additional high-valued items he could add to the list, including Chanel shoes, etc. I'm trying to get the total to exceed. In the email, I guess, again, when I read it back, you gotta listen. He asked if there were additional high-value items we can add to this inventory listing. I'm trying to get the total to exceed $423,000, which is our policy maximum. When the couple was arrested Thursday, deputies executed a search and seizure warrant and found at least 15 items. 15 items that appear to be the same as those claimed to have been stolen, according to court records. Osefo. Let me put a nice picture up. Known as Dr. Wendy to fans of The Real Housewives of Potomac, is a professor, political commentator, and television personality. She was born in Nigeria and immigrated to the United States when she was 3 years old. She shares 3 children with Eddie, who has a number of business ventures, including Happy Eddie, a marijuana company. Wendy, her accolades. Should we go into the accolades? The season started last Sunday. Christ on a cracker. Should I read it again? When the couple was arrested Thursday, yesterday, deputies executed a search and seizure warrant and found at least 15 items that appeared to be the same as those claimed to have been stolen. That is insane. That is insane. I wrote it down somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Let me service my notes, because I did look it up. Oh, I didn't have to go far. It's right here. So Potomac, first this is net worth, and I probably did this maybe 2 years ago. Net worths. Karen is at 10 million. Next is Charisse at 8. Ashley at 5 million. This is Giselle at 5. I'm thinking this is Mia. She's at 5. Candace is at 4.5, which could be a little different now after shows and things, but 4.5 in the album. Robin, you see I haven't said Wendy yet. At number 7, Robin is at 4.5. And here is lonely old Wendy at 1.5 million, that is. Nneka, her cousin, or the cousin of a friend, or the friend of a cousin, or whatever the case may be, she's even at $5 million. So you ask, is Wendy rich? Yes, at 1.5 million. She richer than me, but she's not above a scamination and constantly in debt. The thing about her being in debt, that was a conversation that happened scratching and surviving. That's the conversation they've been having since Wendy joined the show 5 years ago. Let me just give some of her accolades. She was the inaugural director of the Masters of Art and Management program at Goucher College. She joined the Real Heights of Potomac in 2020. At the time, she was an assistant professor at the Johns Hopkins School of Education. She's received multiple awards from Hopkins, including the Outstanding Graduate Award and the Distinguished Recent Alumni Award, both in 2017, so that's a while ago. Osefa was a prominent Democrat, often appearing on various news programs. She has shared multiple photos of social media of her with leading Democratic politicians, including Vice President Cam Harris. Those motherfuckers is like... Those motherfuckers, I can't believe... And that doesn't make her... That didn't give her any brownie points, in my opinion, but we're not talking about Cam. Osefa made headlines last year for interviewing then Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre at the White House. I wonder what she thinks about this right now, or even just to consider doing these types of things, and having done the things you've done, the pillow talk of it all, and then to execute this type of stuff is a bit, it's hard to believe. But that's the thing, it's like people pull back the veil and you'll see the true face. At the time, Osefa brought her then castmate Karen Huger to the line. Okay, in an interview with Deadline published this week, Osefa said she had not spoken with Huger since her release, but we knew that since the reunion when she realized Karen wasn't a friend to her. But maybe they was separating from each other's brands, because they probably could have been looped in. I mean, we definitely started the series in Potomac with Uncle Ben going through his issues. And then Giselle and her shit, of course. Charisse. Ashley's divorce. Mia brought the fire last the past 2 seasons with that whole my man and my husband, my boyfriend and my husband love triangle, which I thought that was, top notch entertainment and actually realistic. It didn't have to be so forced. And at the end of the day, it might cause a little trauma to the kids. But in the live we had yesterday, it's like FTK. You know what I mean? Apparently, people feel that way. But I'm going down the list because it happens. And then Robin's not even on there with that fine ass husband she got because he can't keep his dick in his pants apparently. Ashley and voice. Candace is not on the show anymore. The whole fight with her and Monique. And now here we are with Wendy. And granted, Wendy don't have to. 15 of the items. Not only were 15 of the items that were listed as stolen found in the home, probably the other items that they were looking for had already been returned back to the stores that they were bought from. This sounds like jail time. It sounds like jail time. Somebody said the Real Housewives of Parole. So there's that. I don't think there's any more in this Baltimore Banner interview. I don't know what I heard first or what was different. Oh, see, now this is why you got to read TMZ too. So here we go. Update at 6:52 a.m. Well, this is from 1:15 today. Bravo has suspended the series premiere of Wife Swap, the Real Housewives edition. The Acephals were slated to appear. Hold on. A professor and a lawyer. He's not that good of a lawyer, that's why he's selling weed. Bravo has paused the series premiere of Wife Swap, the Real Housewives edition. The Acephals were slated to appear in the first episode, Variety reports. The premiere was pushed back a week following the Acephals' arrest from October 14th to October 21st. A rep for Wendy tells TMZ Dr. Acephal and her husband are back home safely with their families. We heard that part. They want privacy. Have been booked for criminal fraud charges. We know that. 16 charges, 7 felonies. Because it's over $300. He was trying to max out. Here's the deal. Police say the couple reported a burglary in April last year. The couple claimed they found their bedroom ransacked after returning from a trip to Jamaica. We told you about the incident at the time, and I'm sure you did, TMZ. According to the prosecution's bail recommendations document obtained by TMZ, of course, the couple reportedly told police several designer bags and jewelry had been stolen. But get this, Carroll County Sheriff's deputies allege Wendy was later seen in a social media post wearing a diamond ring and reported stolen. The thing about that, because I saw that too, is you don't know when people post pictures. You don't know. There's no time stamp. There's a time stamp on when the picture was posted, but there's no time stamp on when the picture was actually taken. So that's a loophole there. And I'm no lawyer, but I watch La Law. Additionally, an investigation determined numerous items the Acephals claimed were stolen had been purchased, then returned to the store where a full refund was provided prior to the alleged burglary. That is so significant, though. The documents indicate the couple had claimed a $450,000 personal property loss to an insurance company. We just saw Wendy out and about on Sunday at CultureCon event in Brooklyn. Wendy was tight with Kamala Harris during their former VIP's run for president. The two are members of the same sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha. So there's a lot. I'm not saying alphas. I'm not saying AKAs are liars and deceitful, but this is sisterhood, and Cam Harris is a liar and she's deceitful. So it doesn't surprise me that Wendy is following in the same suit. Regardless whether this is manufactured or not, I think it paints Wendy in a bad light. Especially now Dorit can say people either broke into the house or they didn't. That's for Dorit. And that paints her in a bad light too, if that's not accurate. But she not saying hundreds of thousands of dollars were fucking stolen from her house. And I don't even think Kyle put a number on the things that were taken from her home. So what they done to these on the backs of blacks have dug them deeper into what could just simply be a case of insurance fraud or just actual burglary. But not only are they invalidating the burglary, not only are they invalidating the insurance fraud, they're completely invalidating the burglary, stating that it wasn't even caught, nothing was caught on the motion sensors or the alarm system that they set before, and all of this thing, all these things are monitored, documented. Look at that torpedo there. Documented. It's easy to find if you set the alarm. But when you set out for Jamaica, you set the alarm. There was no motion on the house. Only packages that came and were documented on the Ring camera. But you said somebody broke into the second floor bathroom. No motion in the home. You said somebody ransacked your bedroom. No motion was detected in the home because you set the alarm system. That's where he comes in. He's supposed to have the wherewithal to know what questions are going to be asked, what's the process, what's the rules, what's the situation, so that things like this don't come out in an article. 15 of the items. Now I know somebody who got something from a home rental place. Follow me here. Didn't want to pay. Called the police and reported the thing stolen, but they put everything down in the basement. Now I don't know if the police obviously didn't do a thorough situation, because shortly after the police left, the things went back into the rightful places. Rightful is subjective, but they put the stuff away. You thought that you were going to get away with this so much that you then decorated your closet with the very things that doesn't make sense to me. Somebody with 4 degrees in education, period, somebody who is educated and obviously is a thinker and can process things, or whatever the case may be, and an actual lawyer. What kind of lawyer is Eddie? And then you look up Eddie, and it's just about this. It's just about this shit. Eddie Osefo, MBA, JD, LLM attorney. What kind of lawyer is Eddie Osefo? It doesn't tell me. He is the founder and CEO of the TKO Agency, LLC. He's an entrepreneur and philanthropist. But there's something, this MBA, JD, but the lion kind, the bad kind, JDLLM. What does Eddie do for a living? What kind of lawyer is? Why don't they just tell me what the fuck kind of lawyer he is? Because it can't be criminal law. It can't possibly be criminal law. We don't have no lawyers in here. MBA, JD, LLM. I'm trying to find what kind of lawyer he is. Either way, he didn't do the things that were necessary to avoid this type of thing happening. And like I was saying, if you say that the things are stolen, you can't. You can't. You just got to take your time and putting them back in the rightful places, especially when the things were found in their home. But that social media post about the rings were in the social media thing. Those pictures that she posted could have been from last, a year prior. And content is whatever. So you just post it. So there's no way I think a good lawyer would be able to get the picture thrown out as for like the verifiable evidence that she has the rings on after she posted the pictures. But then the lawyer would, the prosecutor would probably not subpoena, but take her phone into evidence, or whatever device was taken, whatever device was used to take the picture of said engagement ring, and then get the timestamp from that. The lawyer's got a lot of work to do in this situation. The lawyers have the work cut out for Miss Wendy, Dr. Wendy, and Happy Eddie. And again, these pictures with these eyes, what is the TKO agency? Here we go. This thing says the TKO agency. The TKO agency is a full-service boutique business development and management consulting firm focused on advising small businesses and entrepreneurs with a broad spectrum of issues such as ensuring proper business entity selection and formation. Again, thinking. The founder and the CEO of the TKO agency, Edward Asefo, came from humble beginnings as the firstborn son of 5 children and Nigerian immigrant. Firstborn of 5. Again, thinking. Upon graduation from college, he would counsel and provide. He progressed his career. Self-help to raise the bar. What did I read that I want to read? We believe in the growth. This is a big thing. A big mission. So here we go. Eddie, they got his number on here and everything. Whatever number. But probably office number. Eddie is a highly accomplished, dynamic leader, strategic thinker, and business consultant with the exceptional ability to understand his clients and advise them accordingly so that they are in the best possible position to succeed. I find that to be inaccurate. Just with this situation alone. Or then it goes, okay, so then, now this is a conversation. Let's see, Edward is a Georgetown Law Education business consultant with a focus on tax planning, okay, business development, tax law. Then he should really know. Business development, contract negotiation, intellectual property, and business strategy. He is a skilled professional and is dedicated to achieving top results for your business. His specialties include corporate strategy. I should have have a picture of Eddie. Let me put him right here. Y'all see Eddie. His specialties include corporate strategy, small business counseling, management, marketing, branding, intellectual property, strategic planning and consulting, business development, contract review, employee compliance, and organizational development. Mr. Asefo specializes in small business problems and is willing to take on small problems such as trying to collect on a relatively small invoice or talking through HR employee retention issues. Mr. Asefo will be a long-term partner in your business's growth, and will understand where you want to be tomorrow and share your vision for the future. Edward has, and let's listen to about Happy Eddie, right? Edward has decades of experience ranging from 4 big firms to the federal government, with a record of success in helping clients across the country pursue their business goals. He has a BS in computer engineering from the University of Maryland, College Park, an MBA from Rutgers School of Business, and JD, that's a junior, that's like a judicial degree from Rutgers University School of Law, and an LLM. I don't know what LLM is. from the Georgetown University Law Center with a state and local tax certificate. He is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, the fraternity to her sorority, Incorporated, and currently resides in Maryland, globetrotting in new restaurants. Okay. So there's that on both of them, Happy Eddie and Dr. Wendy. And that's the thing, couldn't pull off this insurance heist, which, because at the end of the day, the thing that has bagged them is the Instagram post, the what is it? The alarm system, and the police going on the day that they were arrested, finding those items in that house. That's 3 strikes. I think for me, now I gotta find another picture. I think for me, Taylor Armstrong. Yes. Will it even pop up? Yeah, here we go. This is what I want, something like this. Oh, it didn't even come in. Bear with me, you guys, bear with me. And I do it over and over and over again if I could. Do it over and over and over again if I could. I like the way she sings things. For me, it was this situation right here that really put housewives' husbands' issues, or the really highlighted what these men go through for these women to even be on a program like this. This is Taylor Armstrong. You guys all know her from the meme. She's an original housewife of Beverly Hills. She was on there from the beginning. This is her husband. Give me a second. Give me a second. I think his name is Russell. Here we go. Taylor was married to Russell. This is Russell. And here's the situation. Taylor Armstrong was married to Russell Armstrong, her second husband, from whom she suffered a physical and emotional abuse, leading to her filing for divorce in 2011. The relationship was documented on Beverly Hills, Housewives of Beverly Hills, where Armstrong experienced his volatile temper and controlling behavior. And he was very obviously those things, not so much the physical part of it, but he had a bad temper, bad behavior, and he just didn't seem like he wanted to be a part of this. He didn't want to be a part of the whole production. Russell Armstrong committed suicide in August of 2011, the year that she filed for divorce, shortly after Taylor filed for divorce and after a physical assault that required her to have reconstructive surgery for an orbital fracture. Russell's death. Suicide. Russell Armstrong died of suicide August 2011 at the age of 47 after Taylor had filed for divorce. His death came as a shock to many and brought the difficult reality of the domestic abuse Taylor had endured to the forefront. What they're not discussing is Russell Armstrong, how he died. And that's, he had to have signed off. And then when we talk about pillow talk It's like, bae. But here I am, like I talked about yesterday, I was just watching Beverly Basketball Wives with British. Her lawyer calls her and tells her that IRS is looking for her because she's been overweight and doing the things. And it's different than like Lauryn Hill and fucking Wesley Snipes because they're not putting themselves out there in a public platform for people to question whoever the case is. They just live their lives and things follow, catch up to them. But I guess maybe for British, she didn't think it would catch up to her, and it's very coincidental that it catches up with her at the same time that she's on the show. So I think that's the thing about it. And I think, imagine as a producer, when you're just trying to produce, frivolous drama between the cast, and then you get the call of like IRS, government, you know what I'm saying, that sort of thing, and it's just like, well, this is a bombshell. We really lucked up. And there is luck in situations, but to stumble upon something like that is pretty substantial. So that to think that they had no idea that anything like that was going on, to book Taylor on the Beverly Hills Housewives, because Taylor don't got no money. All the money is Russell's. It's different than like, let's say Erica Jane. Let's say it's different. Erica Jane, we're going to get to that too. Speaking of which, it's different than somebody like Kyle or maybe even Dorit. Let's say Candy, for example. These women come in with something already. You can shoot the light. You can shoot me off of me because I am the money. I am the person. But Taylor was she was definitely by definition a Beverly Hills housewife. So they were going to definitely want to, even though it was the early days, want to explore her doings. And then she spent that, I think, $20,000. I want to say $60,000 she spent on her daughter's second birthday or third birthday or something like that. Maybe even the first. So people are going to start to question that. All of those things start to unravel when people start to ask questions about how people start to make their money. Because people are a lot nosier than I am. And people are spending $20, $30, $100 on apps and devices to find out information about these people. And then things start to unravel. My thing is, when the offer is brought to Taylor, Russell, because this man is dead, Russell, because of the show, Russell could have ordered a cease and desist to the show as far as like talking about money at all, but then that wouldn't bring any interest to Taylor if she can't do anything regarding money. He could have pillow talked with Taylor talking about, I just don't think this is the right thing to do. And maybe that's why he was, maybe that's why he was beating her. But even still, to even get on there and put yourself in the position to be recorded or anything like that, to draw any sort of attention to your situation, that's the problem. Same thing. I didn't even do it. It must have been so good. I'm not prepared. I'm going along as I get along here. Must have been so good. I'm not prepared. I'm going along as I get along here. Same thing with this young lady here. Tom Girardi knew what the fuck was going on. Or maybe it's because she got on that show, and maybe, you get along for you get by for so long. But then you get on that show, and she's sitting there looking like this, even though this is heavily filtered. But she's got jewelry like this, a dress like this, hair like this, makeup like this. Money's being spent. People are going to start to ask questions. Something could be filed. Something could be drawn up. And now that brings things down to the forefront. Tom Girardi should have never allowed her to be on the show. Or He did allow her to be on the show because he wanted her to have money or whatever, make a name for herself outside of it. But she was already making a name for herself. But even, and I don't think this was tarnish her brand so much. But logically, I just don't think it makes sense for her, for them to be on a show like this. Now we're talking about these people. This is Erica and Girardi, and Tom Girardi, her husband. I don't want to. You don't need a picture of Tom. Who wants to see Tom? And then the last people were Taylor and Russell. We were just talking about the Acephos. We're looking at Karen, and Uncle Ben could have been like, "Crow, right now is not the right time. You know, I'm in these things with the tax, and it's just like, do you think that these checks?" This is only for Karen, because money, whatever she was getting from Housewives, whatever she gets from Housewives of Beverly Hills, does not compare to what Tom is still above ground. Whatever she gets from Housewives, it is not covering what is owed to those people. Millions of dollars was owed to them people in that Tom Girardi case. Uncle Ben owed thousands of dollars to the IRS for back taxes or whatever the case may be. Do they think that this is an opportunity to really maximize their presence or maximize money by getting on this show, but sacrificing in the process because the shame of it all? Now, Uncle Ben didn't go to jail, but Karen just got out. And then you look at somebody like Karen, and who knows, she was, jail is whatever, and, Martha Stewart went to jail, and, it depends on the jail, whatever the case may be. But you never looked at Karen and thought she'd be going down. But now the same thing applies. You never looked at this woman and thought she was going to go down for something like that. Like this. Why do you put yourself in these situations when you know damn well 15 things that they said that was stolen from them, the police found in the home? I've been on live. Brand, I'm going to start sending you the lives too. I've been on just an hour. 15 things that they said was stolen was found in the home. That is 15 things too many. The other things, upon investigation, were found to have been returned back to the place of original purchase and got a full refund. Sometimes investigations happen. I don't even know, like, how do you even find out? How do you even verify that those are the very things? Serial numbers and receipts carry more weight than just being a piece of paper that you could throw out or get lost in the bottom of your purse, I guess. Purchase history is insignificant as well, but it's just not, it just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Some of the showrunners have to be undercover agents. I'm just saying that, Natasha. They gotta be undercover agents. There's no way. And granted, it's the excitement of it, but then you look, okay, here we go. Somebody else. Over and over and over again, if I could. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. God, a fucking picture. It's so hard to download a fucking picture from fucking TikTok from these shits. It's not consistent. showrunners definitely look up when they stumble upon a situation like this too. Can you imagine the conversation that they had in the editing bay, or down at the damn Bravo offices when this situation popped up? Can you imagine? And they get your favorites, which is crazy too. And it's like, it's not the damn it's not the damn it's not the damn, it ain't, Robin ain't got no issues. She just can't keep her man happy at home, I guess. I don't know. So but it's not Robin caught up in this legal shit. But that's that's the thing. It's like trying to be something that you're not. You might lean into things that you shouldn't be doing to be something that you want to be. And that's how we end up with some of our faves. Some of our faves in these very situations. Which is unexpected. But obviously it's not above them. Because it wasn't above them. It wasn't above them. This man knew what the hell he had going on. This man knew exactly what the hell he had going on. Let his wife get caught up in the rapture of it. But did Teresa know? As nosy and as compliant and as smart as this woman is, you don't think she knew what the hell this man had going on? And then to put herself on television, to endure the embarrassment, and to put herself on television, to even make the situation public, because I don't know if we didn't know Teresa, table flipping Teresa Giudice from New Jersey, if her and her husband had got caught up in the thing, if it would have even made news, if it would have even been a significant thing. But you put yourself on television to do that. Now, granted, Teresa is one of the top housewives of the franchise, 100%. But at what cost? That's not even the question. We know the cost. We know the cost. I hate these puzzles. I don't understand the fucking puzzles. Is it worth it? Excuse me, was it worth it? Joe got fucking deported. He the first, I guess. Joe got deported. And Teresa moved on with her life. I mean, you go to jail, you get it done, you pay your dues, you get it, it is what it is. And maybe you get swept under the rug, but the thing that's significant and the thing that you can't overlook is the pattern of it. The pattern of it all. Now, we've talked about them. We've talked about them. We've talked about her and her man. We got them. And now. No, hold on. But this was the first time I realized that these men on these shows, the money, the work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Now, the question. That is the question, Natasha. in a situation like this, you're supposed to be, you know, as an upstanding citizen, you are supposed to pay your dues, pay your taxes, and live an honest life, not commit theft, fraud. You're not supposed to do it. What if the Acephos get deported? There's nothing Camel Color Cam gonna be able to help her with. She gonna be in some room talking about these motherfuckers is stupid. Why would they do something like that? It's nothing an AKA or a Alpha Kappa Alpha A. But same thing. There's nothing either one of the sororities gonna do for them in this situation unless you get the judge and you know, whatever. You get a judge that's a part of the brotherhood or the sisterhood, and then they get off. These pictures right here are a joke. Even when Tamar had her damn picture, I think it was Tamar. Oh no, the first one is smiling, a damn, what you call it, smiling. Come on. Oh. There we go. Do you guys remember this? Over and over and over again, if I could. Because when I saw... Do you guys remember that? This is not Housewives related, but when I saw the smiling picture, I immediately thought of that. And also, I guess she got two of them looking like that. It was that. It gave very that. Ew. What is this? Now, Teresa. What Teresa mugshot look like? Is she smiling? No, she's not. Cause it ain't funny. I mean, it's best to it's best looking back. Cause my mug from when I got a DUI on my birthday. And the DUI saved my life because it's a long story. I'm gonna get into my life stories on my other page, so be sure to follow that. LK Burner. It's a great picture. I have on a nice shirt. It's very complimentary to my skin. It's a great picture. So you're looking back, a smiling picture is great, but it's like in for the situation, for the cost of whatever, you know, is smiling even worth it? Does it lighten the load? Does it make it more palatable, the situation? Serving looks for sure, right? Did I send that? I didn't send that. If I could. Is she smiling at her? That is not right. What's a picture? But we're in these situations with these housewives, you guys. And when this happened, when this happened, it should have been like, oh boy, they're really, things. And it should have been like, oh boy, they're really, things sketchy. Husbands be on high alert. Wives be on high alert. But no, it kept going. I'm thinking, don't these actions get people all worked up and scared, especially when this happened? It doesn't deter the people at all, apparently. And in my where'd it go? Smiling in a mugshot. Got to be the smuggest thing. Smug, smile and mugshot. Smuggest thing. Like, catch me if you can. I dare you to try me. I dare you to try me. I don't know. I like that. But Karen just got out of jail. Karen just got out of jail. In my humble opinion, they're on their way in. A precedent was set here that anybody could go down. It was on a grand scale with this one. This was like worthy of like a documentary. This lets you know that even the greatest could be taken down. And even Portia's in there with her mess too, but I don't think her things are not tied to the show. Maybe the one on the top is most recent. And I don't know. I have to look and I forget what Portia got charged with for her to get this mugshot. This one is from years ago. But yeah, the precedent is set. And now they out here looking like this. And obviously, history shows that you can bounce back and, whatever, go to jail and come back and be great or whatever. But I just don't understand. I don't understand it. And I'll say on the backs of blacks because Taylor is white and Chom Giardi is white. So So it's not all black people going down, but there's something happening here. There's something that happens in the world of the Housewives franchise. And what are we to do? What are we to do about it? Bravo is the feds. All the more reason not to be on the damn show. All the more reason. And then that's the Potomac. I mean, Wendy's new. She's been on there since 2020. That whole thing. Again, Taylor's husband, he died in 2011. So from 2011, you could be aware of what's going on in the Housewives thing. That Jen Shaw thing, major news. Teresa and Joe, major news. Erica and Tom, major news. And yet, you sat in the bed with your husband, and you drummed up this idea of insurance fraud, thinking that everything would be all right, and then take fucking mugshot pictures like this. You know, some things just don't make sense, and this is definitely one of them that don't make sense. 15 things are found in the house, and other things have been returned that they're trying to get money back for. That is beyond desperation. And you can't go leaving your job at the goddamn Johns Hopkins or do any reporting. I don't know. First of all, I don't think I ever had seen. I don't know, because you know people look different after they've been on the shows. But and I don't watch all CNN stuff or even you know and commentary or whatever the case may be. But I don't remember seeing Wendy on that stuff until Bravo started playing things back. But you can't go giving that stuff up. Bravo only pays. How much does Wendy make from Bravo? How much does Wendy Osefo make per episode? It's not publicly disclosed. The contract is confidential, so they wouldn't be able to get into it. Because they say things, you know, Nene was being paid $2 million per season, and other housewives were being paid $750 per season. So I don't know. I know she ain't making $2 million a season, and I don't know if Wendy contributes enough to even make $750,000 a season. I don't even know if she makes. I wouldn't even say shit. She ain't making damn what you call it 300 a day. He wanted to get $232,000 from the people because that was their max. That was their max out of the insurance claim. So she's barely making that $200,000 a season. Dial it all back. I bet you a wig and a lash. Wendy could save a lot of money with hair and makeup. Clothes is rented. Clothes is whatever. In the reunion too, Jennifer said, I caught up on Basketball Wives for a little bit, bear with me. Jennifer told Jackie that she shops and returns things after she wears them. Which, it's not a terrible practice. Especially if you're wearing something for, you know, a special occasion or whatever the case may be. But you can't go buying a cardigan, you know, and then return the cardigan. But if you buy a gown, a dress, a skirt, shoes, you know, whatever the case may be. Not so much shoes. I don't think you could really return shoes as easily. But she pulled out receipts. Jennifer pulled out receipts from Neiman Marcus that Jackie returned. It's funny, whatever. How she got those, I don't know. But in the spirit of production, they will definitely slip you a little something. In the desire to maintain a status in this entertainment industry that we're living in, on these televisions, in these franchises, you're willing to put up with stuff. And that was the whole thing, like I said, about Malaysia leaving I don't know if specifically she left because she didn't want to talk about the foreclosure, but that's not something that she wanted to discuss. That's not something she wanted broadcasted on television. That's not something she wanted to engage in, to even surround her image with that type of foreclosure, whatever the case may be, for herself or for her kids. But some people do. Some people do. This is an example of that. They don't care. When they got 3 kids, they had to spend a night in jail. They got 3 kids, and they drummed this up. And obviously, between the college stuff and the commentary and things like that, and then when Eddie, you pivot into this Happy Eddie weed program, you're not even breaking $500,000 with the weed, Eddie. You're not breaking $500,000. I don't know nothing Happy Eddie stuff. I don't even know. Do they got a website? Happy Eddie website. Are you over 21 years of age? Now I gotta be 21 to get up in here. The Happy Eddie story. Happy Eddie is a cannabis brand that honors the spirit of the plant by bringing people together and making them happy. Very corny. The guiding principle behind this brand is everyday professionals who color outside the lines. They got flowers, Amherst sour, apple fritter, Holy Ghost fire, mischief, Nigerian silver, the Nutty Professor, Oreos, the CEO, velvet slippers. Those are the brands of flowers that they sell. They have pre-rolls and edibles, merch. Check out a dispensary near you. Where's a Happy Eddie dispensary, y'all? I'm gonna put in my zip code. See if I can find me one. Show all. Hold on. Show. A search store. Oh, there's one in Holistics in New Jersey, Missouri. Or I think Emma was Montana, no? So it looks like there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations here. It looks like. They're not making no money. I think they have one in New Jersey. They're not making no money. They're not making no money. So maybe that's the thing, Dave. And that's the thing about the debt. Because ain't that why she doubled back? But then even I can't do it fast enough. I just can't even do it fast enough. This is gonna look stupid. Bear with me. Bear with me as it all ties together. Bear with me as it all ties together. As to why Wendy ain't got no money. They so smart people. And that's the thing, sometimes, people, book smart people are just book smart people. They don't have the move and the groove, the knack to be street people. They don't connect the dots the same way. They're just strictly off of the books, off of the literature. And that seems to be Wendy's situation. She don't know how to, she don't have successful businesses, and she don't make smart decisions, and she tries to pair herself with people, but the things just don't work out. unfortunate because uh, it's unfortunate because everybody goes down. Everybody goes down. They said Peter still got like 300 days left. No, just a little under a year left. Like 265 days left in jail. What are we to do? How do we make it make sense? When does it end? When does it end? If you're not making money in a solid, upstanding way, keep your ass. I did see these coming up with a podcast. I wish this could be. I'm talking to all the housewives. I'm talking to anybody who's interested in being a housewife. Keep your ass off of the TV if you're not making money in a upstanding, honest, legal way. Don't do it. I'm tired of it. It's not the type of drama, at least, and that's what I'm not, this is not the type of drama I'm looking for. And I'd rather not this be the soundbite or the content that needs to be put out. But like I was talking about yesterday, salaciousness and this type of entertainment is what the people are looking for. Peter is in jail. Wendy, 15 things. 7 counts of felony. 7 felony charges. Felony charges. Eddie could be disbarred. Disbarred and deported. A double D. Disbarred and deported. She immigrated. So I guess maybe she became a citizen. I wonder if he immigrated or if he was born here. I think they said first generation. His website said something like first generation. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's that on that, you guys. What else can be said? I guess the story will unfold. We'll come back with more. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know. I don't need no more details from this situation because I've heard enough in all actuality. But I'm sure there will be more things coming out. I'm sure more things will be said, and there will definitely be a trial. For sure, it'll be a trial. And I'm sure Wendy gonna be looking. She'll look great. And Eddie will probably look great too. He always looks very put together, very moisturized. You know what I mean? Great teeth, you know. But it's terrible. It's terrible. Like I said, Wendy could say, Solange said when she first cut her hair years ago, Solange said she was spending $50,000 a year alone on hair maintenance. People doing her hair, wigs for her hair, extensions for photo shoots. $50,000 on hair. Just hair. Now, I don't know if Wendy is renting these wigs and sending them back to where she got them from. I don't know if Wendy is getting bundles from Portia and factioning up these wigs. I don't know. But the money is being spent. Like I said, clothes get rented and put back. That's okay, whatever. But one thing you got to pay for is makeup. And one thing Wendy, her makeup is always pretty nice. So she's paying somebody, or she's got to deal with somebody to make things what they should be. So she's coming out of pocket with the makeup off the rip. But her hair is always nice. She's always got a good wig on. And I'm speaking about cutting costs. If you're trying to save up money because you're $300,000 in debt, and that's the thing about making it $300,000 in debt, and you're looking for ways to save money. Oh, look at that. This is a nice picture. I think this is a new picture. It's from fucking Instagram. I'm not gonna be able to take it. I hate it so much. Bear with me. I don't really like that picture. I was like, I'm gonna take this picture. Bear with me, you guys, and then I'm getting out of here. Because obviously it can be done right. That's one of the biggest things about trying to find getting fucking pictures. Jesus Christ, not a one. Can I take this one? This isn't a bad one. It's not crazy. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just trying to, the one picture, and then the one more picture, and then I'm getting out of here. Let me just find the one I like, because this is stressing me the fuck out. What's that? It can be done right, and I know it can be done right because it's been done right. It can be done right because it's been done right. That, and try to work yourself out of it. It doesn't require you you never seen them in the mix of no bullshit. And God forbid, fingers, hands, toes crossed. But you know what? Somebody like Toya, she don't want to be famous enough. She don't want to be that famous that she is spread across the goddamn news Did you hear me when I looked up Wendy? All the people that had the damn Wendy story up here. TMZ, Page 6, Newsbreak, Gossip, Variety, NBC News, Entertainment Weekly, US Weekly, People Magazine. Toya don't want to be, so anything is possible, that's true. Toya don't want to be spread across the damn news like that. And beyond Toya, I know Eugene don't want to be spread across the news like that. So when they was $300,000 in debt, Eugene took his ass to work. And Toya put her money that she was taking from that show towards the fucking debt. And that's why her ass always want to throw a party, because they do it the right way and they work hard to do it. So it can be done. Now, like Natasha said, a new season is coming up, so anything is possible. But I doubt And you heard it here first. And you heard it here first that we're even discussing the new season and what could happen. But I doubt it'll revolve around Eugene and Toya, Bush Harris, legal, financial drama. Because see, after the show is over, Eugene still want to work. And amidst them rising, gaining fame and notoriety, Toya gonna be there for them boys. Because if she not one thing, like Heavenly has said, if she not one thing, she's a good mother. And I don't think going to jail and watching her sons watch her be plastered across news outlets or even go to school and have to answer for their decisions, I don't think that's in her brand. And that's what I will say about Toya Bush Harris. But at the same time, I thought I could say the same thing about them. So here we are. And on that note, I'm out of here. I love you guys for watching. We'll see what happens, and we'll get live about it when something gets, when things get out of hand or things get turned up some more. I'm gonna grab me something to eat. And I'm watching Drop Dead Diva back again, so that's what I'm doing tonight. Good night, and until then, see you sooner rather than later.